Good day and welcome to Islandstats Sports. I'm Earl Baston. Yesterday it was FIFA. Today it's the IAAF and WADA as news is circulating a senior figure at the athletics world governing body was planning to delay naming Russian drug cheats in the run-up to the 2013 World Championships. The plan is outlined in an email from IAAF Deputy General Secretary Nick Davis to Papa Dec. Dec, who worked as an IAAF marketing consultant at the time, is the son of the former IAAF president Liam Dec. Davis wrote he needed to sit down with the anti-doping team to discuss Russians' skeletons in the cupboard. The Englishman went on to suggest that we now need to be smart about releasing names. The email, which was obtained by the BBC in the UK and contains a very secret 5-point plan, was sent on July 19th, 22 days before the start of the 2013 World Athletic Championships, which were held in the Russian capital of Moscow. The steady Port Royal breeze combined with quick greens made life difficult for the juniors on day one of the 2015 Aon Benfield Fecchio Cup at the Port Royal Golf Course. Dakota Lamb was going well on the front nine in the championship division, making the turn at 4 over par, but struggled on the more exposed back nine to finish with a 17 over par score of 88. Kenny Lejour figured out the greens but put himself in trouble too many times off the tee and sits only one shot back after finishing with a 89. Samson Douglas is in third with a 97. In the 12-hole red tee division, Joe Watson and Alex Withers Clark each shot rounds of 64, finishing one shot ahead of Ryan Clements. There's a group of players included Kean Mooney, Marcus Furr and Benjamin Bechat a little further behind. In the novice division, which is played over 6 holes per day, Callum Pearce takes the early lead after a round of 40. The other 3 players in the division are tightly bunched with Finn Mosley, Finn Watson, Eliza Withers Clark, all scoring 47, 48, and 51 respectively. Following the final first and Premier Division matches of 2015 over the weekend, Islandstats can now bring you the current standings and leading goal scorers in both divisions. With a game in hand, the Dandytown Hornets have opened up a 6-point lead atop of the Premier Division with 22 points. Robin Hood are in second with 16 points, while the PHC Zebras have moved up to third with 15 points. Devonshire Colts and North Village Rams are tied for fourth with 13 points. Lejon Simmons from Robin Hood is the league-leading goal scorer with 9 goals. Tamiko Goda from the Dandytown Hornets and Donovan Thompson from Hamilton Parish both have 7 goals on the season. Casey Castle from PHC has found the back of the net 6 times. Antoine Russell from Robin Hood, Dominique Lambert from Dandytown Hornets, and Keisha Bean from the North Village Rams all have 5 goals each. Somerset Eagles are the first division leaders at the Christmas break on goal difference over Flanagan's Onions and St. David's. All 3 have 17 points. St. George's Colts have 16 points, and Young Man Social Club, who drew 0-0 with St. David's, have 14 points. Clay Darrell from the Young Man Social Club, who received an 8-game suspension, is the league-leading goal scorer with 10 goals. Nathan Rigo from Somerset Eagles has 9 goals on the season, while Trayshawn Smith from Flanagan's Onions has found the back of the net 7 times. Robert Rollins from Young Man Social Club, Kenai Frey from Somerset Eagles, Laquan Thomas from BAA, and Jarazino Bassett from the St. George's Colts all have 5 goals. The Bermuda Football Association announced the quarterfinal matches today in the Premier Development League Festival's quarterfinal tournament. 4 matches are on tap, with 2 being staged at the Devonshire Recreation Club and the other 2 played at the BFA Field. At the Devonshire Recreation Club at 6:30 later this evening, the Devonshire Cougars will take on St. George's Colts, and at 9 p.m. it's BAA versus Robin Hood. At the BFA Field at 6:30, it is the North Village Rams taking on the Dandytown Hornets, and then at 9 p.m. it's the PHC Zebras taking on the Somerset Trojans. Patrick Nisbet continued competing at the CSI 2 and CSI YH1 International Horse Jumping event in Holland. Competing in the CSI 2 1.40 meter in two phases class, Nisbet and Quick Z finished 6th. They clocked a clear round time of 29:46. During the CSI 2 1.45 meter table A class, Nisbet and Farah Van Kashlup finished 48th. The pair had 9 penalty fault points. In the CSI YH1 1.35 meter table A class, Nisbet and Da Vinci finished 13th, clocking a clear round time of 61:99. But yesterday, that Islandstats reported the 2016 NACAC calendar had been released, and on it was a area permit meet to be held in Bermuda. Bermuda National Athletics Association President Donna Rayner said, quote, "The meet has been approved by NACAC and the IAAF. The date for the meet will be April 22nd, and it can only be a 2-hour meet, and it will feature Bermuda's Tyrone Smith, Trey Houston, and Aaron Evans." Rayner concluded by saying, "This is not a full track meet, but we have 200 meters, 800 meters, 1,500 meters, 3,000 meters, men's long jump, and women's high jump." End quote. Quashie Douglas and Quinay Otterbridge helped the St. Johnsbury women's track and field team win the varsity women's Norwich track meet in Vermont. During the women's 600 meters finals, Douglas finished second behind Katie James, clocking a time of 1:46.5. Otterbridge finished third, competing in the women's 1,000 meter final, crossing the line in a time of 3:19.2. Douglas finished 7th with a time of 3:37.2. Otterbridge's time of 5:43.9 saw her finish second in the women's 1,600 meter race. She finished behind Sophie Watterson. On December 17th, the Bermuda Cricket Board announced Clay Smith as the new national head coach. Islandstats asked the Bermuda Cricket Board 3 questions. The first question was, will Clay be allowed to continue working with Cleveland? The answer given by the Bermuda Cricket Board is that the BCB have not placed any restrictions on Clay from other coaching opportunities on the expressed agreement that the national coach position has priority. This was exemplified earlier this year before he was appointed national coach, when Clay was part of the BCB coaching team that led the BCB development squad on the UK tour in August. We then asked, will Clay be allowed to continue writing columns in the paper? The BCB's reply was, Clay has told the BCB that he no longer writes for the paper. The final question was, with his appointment as head coach of the A team as well as other positions within the national team setup, which one can only assume has some financial remuneration, will Lorenzo Tucker have to give up his executive position on the board? The board's answer is, Lorenzo Tucker will not have to give up his position on the BCB executive due to any paid subcontracting rule that he has. It goes on to say the board has a conflict of interest policy and procedure that manages appropriately conflicts of interest to ensure that the board's operations are protected. In Friesenbrook-Meyer Continental Bowling League action at the Work Lanes last evening, it saw the Invaders defeat New Hope 21-9. The Bermuda Pest Control defeated the Spicenicks 18-12, while the Cubs defeated the Oddballs 25-5. The game between the Pinjammers and Quickie Licky Laundry ended 15-15. Thank you for joining. I'm Earl Baisden with Islandstats Sports. Do enjoy the rest of your day.